So this is going to be a little bit different today. I have a video here of a console gamer telling us why PC gaming is inferior to console gaming. Please let me know what you think of these kinds of videos and be civil. I swear to God, if this guy gets any hate because of my video, I'm never going to do this again. So let's get into it.
Hello YouTube, I am Sean and this is actually my first video for this channel. Congratulations me, huh? I am the gaming god and I'm just going to be throwing my opinions into the pit of opinions known as the debate between console and PC gaming. And I actually recorded this earlier and I'm on a PC right now. I recorded this earlier, and if you need any more convincing that consoles are better than PC, I just want to say that Audacity, the program that I used to record this, actually crashed. So I didn't get the take that I did earlier, which was unfortunate because I thought it was a really, really great take.
Okay, I don't mean to cut him off so fast here, but he's already coming at PC like it's always crashing. Look, I feel ya. I've had my recording software crash in the middle of me using it too. It's what software does. Hardware does it too, and it's not exclusive to PC. And to act like it occurs more on PC is ludicrous as well. Consoles crash all the time. Macs crash, TVs crash, cash registers at work, microwaves, cars, toasters, because they're all computers these days, and nothing's perfect. To complain about something so small already shows me what kinds of arguments this video is going to contain, and I almost feel like I'm wasting my time. This poor uninformed kid is going to say all the same things that we've heard before. So let's get on with it then.
So yeah, let's just delve into this pit of opinions known as the console PC gaming war.
I love how he said that. The console and PC gaming war. Don't go up against me here, buddy. I'm a voice actor. Sorry, guys. These videos are the only times that I let myself be pretentious. I really don't mean it.
Let's start off with the first reason being that developers, the AAA developers, all developers that develop for consoles, they know their stuff. They're actually developing for consoles. AAA developers are developing for consoles over PC gaming. GTA 5, look at that. It took like 4 years. I know that's incorrect. I'm exaggerating for effect. But it took a long time for GTA 5 to finally come to the PC market. And I feel really bad for the PC gamers that didn't get a chance to play such a great game in time.
So you already contradicted yourself here. I'm giving him a little bit of leniency here because I know this is his first video, and he is free thinking, but he says developers make games for consoles, and then he talks about a game that was ported to PC. What? So what if I had to wait? You're forgetting to tell everyone that my version of GTA 5 is the superior version. All the DLC is free, the game was cheaper, the game ran at higher frame rates, it looked way better, and Rockstar really took a lot of time and TLC to make the game absolutely perfect on the PC. So I waited 2 years. I had The Binding of Isaac to play, and really that's the thing. I don't care about AAA games because I'm not limited to just that. There are thousands of games that never come to consoles that you probably have never heard of. To you, they're probably not even video games because they weren't made by AAA developers though, huh?
Or they do terrible ports. PC gaming is inferior because these developers know what they're developing for when it comes to console gaming. They understand the effects that their development is going to have on the community, on the game. When it comes to PC gaming, they can't even tell because 99% of the time it's going to get pirated as a start. And then 99% of the time there's going to be a bad port, and PC gamers aren't going to be able to experience the game the same way that console gamers can, because developers put console gamers first, because developers know that console gaming is the future, especially the PS4. Shame on you if you have an Xbox One.
I dare you to name 10 games off the top of your head that came out with bad ports within the past 5 years. Batman Arkham Knight, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Mortal Kombat X, and Assassin's Creed are the only ones that I can think of. Oh, and Microsoft's sorry excuse for that Forza game. There, I listed 5. Give me 5 more. It doesn't happen as often as you think. And the thing is, Of the games I mentioned, a lot of them were broken on consoles as well. Yet you don't hear me attacking consoles for having broken game releases because I'm not angry at consoles for it. I don't dislike consoles for some illogical reason like you dislike PC. I get angry at the developer for releasing a broken game on any platform because it's bad for all of us as a whole. To act like we aren't all gamers and some of us deserve to have broken copies of games is backwards thinking and does nothing to teach these companies a lesson. I know you didn't do it in this video, but for those of you out there who praise companies for making a bad PC port or breaking games on consoles just because you play on a different platform, you're literally a hindrance for progress.
Another reason, controllers okay, take a controller, fit it in your hand, boom, you got everything that you need just a few movements away with your fingers. PC gaming, you have to have, you're basically in a weight room moving this mouse around. I'm moving my mouse around right now trying to record this, and it takes like a lot of strength. Like my shoulder is actually hurting trying to move this around. I don't know how people can do it.
How weak are you? I have a Rocket Cone XTD gaming mouse, and this thing has weights in it, all 1.5 grams each for a total of 6 grams, plus whatever the mouse originally weighed without them. You're probably just using a regular mouse and your arm is hurting just using it to record the video? That is actually a new one. I've never heard of that one before, and wow. So let me shed some light on you here. I play my games with a mouse and keyboard, and I play my games with an Xbox controller. I have a friend who plays his games with a PlayStation 3 and sometimes PlayStation 4 controller. I know people who use GameCube controllers, Wiimotes. Hell, there was a Twitch streamer who played through Half-Life 2 with an Atari 2600 controller. On PC, you aren't limited to one controller. You can use anything you want, and to act like we're stuck is sad. I almost don't know if you're being naive on purpose, but making yourself seem uninformed doesn't make you right. It makes you seem uninformed.
Feeling controllers in your hand, there's nothing better. It's so much more superior. It's superior to the keyboard and mouse. I don't know what else to say about that.
A controller is not superior in almost any situation to a keyboard and mouse. I use my controller when I play GTA, and I get destroyed by my friends. They're faster with a mouse, of course they are. I have a set sensitivity, which I can adjust, but I could never adjust it to a point where I could be more precise than a mouse. It just wouldn't work. The higher sensitivity I add to the controller, the more control I lose, and vice versa. So that statement was easy, and I've dealt with it before.
And the next big thing that I want to talk about is the feeling, I guess you could say, the ease of use. Everyone has a TV. All right, you go to Best Buy, you buy online, you buy a PS4, Xbox One, PS4 mainly. I love Sony. I'm a Sony fanboy. Anyway, you buy a console, you plug it into your TV, boom, you're done. Usually it comes with a controller. Okay, boom, you have your controller. You turn it on. Download Netflix. You're watching Netflix on your TV. You have your friends around. You have a controller in your hand, and you're controlling all of this. You can put a game in. It's a media center. It's a $400 media center that can run games really well.
Oh god, here we go. Most of the time when my friends ask me to build them a PC, it's always a budget PC around $400, and the PC is a much larger media center than any console. That is an easy statement to prove. Secondly, many of my friends who built their PCs just use their TVs and game from their couch to their TV. There's nothing hindering me from doing that at all. Nvidia has a streaming device for this very same thing. Can you come at me with something I haven't heard before? Maybe something challenging? The thing is, this guy seems like he has a huge potential for objective intellect, but he just doesn't inform himself. He's debating from an emotional and attached standpoint rather than an objective one. Which is why the things he's saying is so easy to counter. He literally said he was a Sony fanboy, and I think this is what's holding him back. But the video's not about him. It's about the misconceptions. So let's keep going.
You have there's always a server open. Instead of the PC counterpart when you're crouched over your really small monitor. You're crouched over in a dimly lit room. Your small monitor. You're trying to move this mouse around. You have to grunt every time you move. Every time you move your mouse.
Oh my god! What? Oh my god!
Money. The cash it takes to start PC gaming. if you try to make a PC with the same dollar value as a Xbox One or PS4, let's say $400, you're gonna have a really hard time reaching the same performance that an Xbox One or PS4 has. And then even if you splurge and put 2K down on a gaming PC, you're gonna get about as good of frame rates. Except you're also gonna have to upgrade every 1 to 3 months. That's right. Not only do you have to spend an insane amount of money to build a PC, you're also gonna have to spend more money on maintenance to keep on upgrading your PC.
This hurts. So wrong, it hurts. Okay, so I said that I've built many budget PCs. My friend plays all his games on high and ultra settings on his 750 Ti. The 750 Ti is far superior to console graphics, and this guy then says that a $1,000 PC will not play games any better. Again, he's obviously uninformed about how this works. If I play a game on Ultra on a low-end card, on a high-end card, I can play it at a higher resolution so the graphics improve a lot. I can play it at a higher frame rate so the game looks smoother. A lot of games already on medium settings look about the same on PC as they do on this generation's consoles. The console games mostly play at 30 FPS, so even if my games look the exact same, I'm still getting higher frame rates, which is still a superior experience, so I have no idea what the argument here was. Halfway through, he started talking about negatives to consoles and talking them up like they were actually good. Hey, I can't decide what controller to use. I don't get to decide what monitor I want to use. I don't get to decide my graphics settings, my hardware, my frame rate. And then he has the audacity to say, and you guys have to upgrade every few months. Good God, that is so easy to debunk, and it's been 1,000 times. If PC gamers had to upgrade every year, we would all have the exact same specs. The fact is, I can play games on lower hardware as long as I want, and I choose when I want to upgrade. My graphics settings don't have to be on the highest settings because again, with a $400 PC, I'm still playing games that look and run better than your consoles, and you're stuck with low mid settings, whereas I get to decide. Capiche?
I'm sorry. I feel bad for PC gamers. I do. I feel bad for the PC master race because they're not enlightened enough to know that it could be so much easier. It could be so much better. They have a controller in their hand. It's bliss. You turn on the TV, you turn on the console. It's bliss instead of having to deal with this maintenance, instead of having to deal with more money, instead of having to deal with so much other things that's out of their control.
I feel so bad. So bad for those people who get to choose what controller to use, to choose what kind of setup they want to play in, that they can choose to play on a monitor or a TV, that they have the freedom to upgrade and change their game settings, that they're free to mod and improve the games they love, that they can build a PC for any budget they want, that they can play any game they want no matter when it was released. You poor PC gamers and all your freedoms, I feel so bad for you. I'm over here like, don't be sorry, mate. I'm quite happy, actually.
Another thing, exclusive titles, PS4, Xbox One. I'm honestly not a huge fan of the exclusive titles because it really divides the console gaming in half. And I want to play exclusives for both of them, but regardless, if I just have one, if I just have PS4, if I just have Xbox One, the exclusives are insanely weighted toward the console side of things compared to the PC. Even if you only have one of them, you don't even have to have both of them. If you did have both of them, the price is still better than a PC and you get twice the amount of exclusives, okay?
Oh, he showed a little bit of light here. I really think this guy has potential, but he did use the argument, so I guess I'm gonna have to debunk this as well. PC has more exclusive titles than any other platform combined. Do I agree that exclusives suck? Absolutely. They're anti-consumer, and the only reason they exist is because the consoles have nothing else to leverage with but with hostage their games. Now you may ask, okay, so if Sony and Microsoft are so bad, why does PC have more exclusive? Ha! Checkmate! Well, that's because our exclusives are made mostly by AA companies, small teams, or indie devs, and Sony and Microsoft make developers pay them to put their games on their platforms. So not only is Sony and Microsoft locking people out of their exclusives, they're locking you out of games as well, and you actually defend this. It's disgusting, but fanboys have no problems with anti-consumer practice. The companies they love can do no wrong, but I wish Sony and Microsoft would fall to their knees. Imagine what would happen if every console gamer and PC gamer stood up together and said, Sony, Microsoft, we aren't your slaves anymore. Back off and do it right. They would have nothing. We would own them. No longer would you guys have to pay to play games online. No longer would we have exclusives locked away from us. The companies would bow to the feet of the consumer, and that is the way it should be. But so long as fanboys exist, we're the slaves, and there isn't anything we can do but try to inform one another. Band ourselves together and one day fight back. Join me, my friends. Let's make this industry a better place for all of us, where we can just be gamers and the platform doesn't matter. Wait, what's that? I'm a PC elitist? Okay, fair enough then. That's what I get for trying to bring our communities together then.
And another thing that I want to talk about, and I kind of alluded to earlier, was the hacking. The hacking, the pirating. The pirating and the hacking, two separate things. Pirating is terrible. It's terrible for the community, and developers don't get the money that they need to keep making great games that they're trying to make. I'm having a real struggle trying to talk right now. But hacking or cheating in games, PC gaming, is a lot easier and happens a lot more frequently on the PC instead of the consoles. But PC gaming, it's insane. You'll be lucky to find a server if you're doing online play. You'll be lucky to find a server that doesn't have a hacker or a cheater. Heck, you'd be lucky if you did the campaign mode and didn't have a cheater or a hacker.
I'm going to be brief. There are hackers on all platforms and there's pirating on all platforms. You don't believe me? Look it up. I won't waste your time and you don't need to waste mine. Move on. And as I said before, there's only been one time in my 5 years that I've been playing on PC that I've encountered a hacker. It's not as common as you think.
Another thing to say is the server count in online games. It seems like there are a lot more servers, a lot more options when it comes to console gaming over PC gaming because of the amount of online servers that are around. You get better times. You get less lag on console gaming over PC gaming because PC gaming, unless you have bad internet.
PC gaming lets you have bad internet? Oh my god! I'm starting to lose faith in this kid. I thought he was being practical earlier, but he's gone way too far. Look, PC games have server browsers where we can choose the server we jump into, at least in most games. Some is just jump in and play kind of thing, like on consoles, but most games have both options, so I can choose what server to jump into and I can decide by a lot of factors. The ping, which is how far I would be from the server, the amount of players, and anything else that the server tells me. Just because I play games online for free doesn't mean I have a worse experience. And to sit there and pretend that we can't jump into online games without experiencing game-breaking lag is incredible. PC gaming is not responsible for my internet connection. My service provider is. And as for the amount of people in games, sure, there are a lot of small unrecognized games that still don't have a lot of coverage and never really fill up. But as for games like Battlefield, the first Call of Duties, Minecraft, Dota, all of these other games that have been around for a long time, there are still thousands of PC gamers playing these games because one, backwards compatibility allows us to, and two, there are a lot more loyal gamers who love playing the games from their younger days, especially since we can mod the games and make them look brand new again. So no, another swing and another miss.
So when it comes to PC versus consoles, to online play, there's actually no competition. There's no competition in any of these markets. I'm sorry.
You got that right.
Graphics. Oh, graphics. PC players are always like,
Dude, I get insanely great graphics, insanely great frame rates on my PC, on my beast of a PC that I paid $40,000 for, dude. It's insane.
and then us console gamers are on the other end. We're saying, look, dude, look, stoner, chill, bro. Your PC, we get the same performance. We get the same FPS. We get the same everything as you for $400. And then if you tried to spend less, boom. I mean, I'm sorry. Graphics aren't as good if you want to get decent frame rates. If you don't want to spend $3,000 on a custom PC, on a pre-built PC. If you don't want to spend that money and just try to do it for $400. $400, same price as an Xbox One, same price as a PS4. You try to bake a PC for $400. You're not going to get the same performance out of it.
Oh man, I was wrong. This kid isn't as smart as I initially thought. My bad, guys. Look, again, I've built many PCs for under $400, a little over $400, and they all outmatch consoles. What really gave it away was when you said that you have the same frame rates as PCs. Obviously, you've never seen 60 FPS if you think it looks like 30, and I'm really disappointed right now. Up until this point, I thought these kind of people were mostly just trolls. I didn't actually think that they really existed out there, but here he is. I was having fun earlier when I was rebuttaling, but now I'm just kind of depressed. Does anyone do research before they make a video? Like, I know it seems daunting, but every point you make, just Google it first. And make sure you aren't mistaken, because this video is out there now. People can see how misinformed you are, and I don't want that for anyone. What's the point of being a human being with natural curiosity if we don't try to attain more knowledge on everything? This is why Sony and Microsoft can do what they do. I know I sound kind of down, and it sounds like a joke, but people really do this, guys. It hurts, but he sounds young. I still think there's hope for him, you know?
The PC community is so insanely salty, so insanely bitter. It's insane. And I'm not going to say that the community is so great for PS4 or Xbox One players, but I'm going to say that it is much better than the PC community. And really, I would make the switch just for the community, even though there are so many better options. There's so many.
I'm gonna say this isn't exactly wrong. I mean, he's generalizing and everything is person to person, but when you have a community who builds PCs, does their research on technology and the industry and hardware, you end up with these people who think just because they know more than the next guy, they can belittle them. And really, this is a great way to get people to join in, isn't it, you elitist idiots? And I hate them even more than I hate console peasants, because being more informed, knowing what they know, they should know better. And to act like a child because you know a little more info about a certain subject is demeaning to the entire community. I will say, however, that a lot of console gamers, because they aren't as informed, generally younger, they tend to be a tad more hostile. Now, I'm not going to generalize like this guy did, but some of those console gamers, like, if I even said I was a PC gamer, they flip out on you, and that isn't helpful either. This whole argument about which platform is better is really stupid. Both sides should take a step back, do some objective research, and find out what's best for them. Not belittling those who are less informed, and not kissing Sony and Microsoft's rich, greedy feet.
So if there are any PC players watching this, I'm actually begging you. I'm on my knees right now. I'm begging you to get off that antiquated machine that you're paying way too much to upgrade for, that you paid way too much to make. I'm begging you to get off that machine. Go to your Best Buy. Actually, sell your PC first. And if you can't sell it, just freaking take a sledgehammer to it and smash it to pieces. Go to Best Buy. Get a PS4 or Xbox One. Actually, just get a PS4. Get a PS4. Take it back to your home. Feel the controller in your hand at first. And you'll know that console gaming is better. Even before you turn it on, you'll know just by feeling the controller that console gaming is better. Then you turn it on, and then you get your mind blown from playing these games.
I'm begging you guys, please. I'm begging you. Sell your PC. No, smash your PC. Go to Best Buy. Purchase an inferior gaming system that you have no control over. Feel the controller in your hand and say goodbye to the one that you decided you wanted to play with on your PC. And relish in the games that you could have played on PC at any resolution you wanted, any frame rate you wanted. And if you ever wanted to upgrade, guys, just remember, Sony will do that for you. If you ever feel like you're too grown up, like you make too many of your own choices, and you have too many freedoms in your hobby, well, Sony will take care of that right away. This is ridiculous.
To try to see the future and look towards the future and realize that PC gaming is dead. It's not dying. It's been dead for a long time. And they're just slowing down the market. They're slowing down development of these awesome awesome new games, these awesome new titles, this awesome new system that we console gamers are trying to get set up, to please look towards the future and you'll understand.
Guys, he might be right. Wow. That was moving. It was logical. I mean, he must be right. That's why virtual reality is starting on the PC. It's testing a dying platform before it sails off into the distance. Excuse me, a dead platform. That's why Nvidia just made its new line of graphics cards, because it needs to try and sell them out as fast as possible before PC gaming dies. Oh wait, it's already dead. Guys, look. Consoles aren't dead and PC gaming isn't dead. A hobby is a hobby, and this is just as stupid as saying, I like bike riding and you like jogging. Well, jogging is inferior. Nobody does it because it doesn't support your cardiovascular system as much. Jogging is dead. This is ludicrous, and I'm amazed that people actually care this much. Thanks to those of you out there who keep your heads about the platform they prefer. Give objective, rational reasons as to why you like your platform, and don't try to shove misconceptions down anyone's throat. So, now what do? I mean, I would try to play some video games, but my platform just died. This is awkward.